What's up, guys? We're going to do an episode 2 Big Brother recap. When we last left our house guests, we saw Felicia, Kirsten, Jared, and Corey as our 4 nominees who lost their first round competitions. We start this episode where we ended the first one with the house guests walking in from the backyard and seeing Cirie pour herself a glass of champagne. Izzy immediately knows that Jared and Cirie are mom and son. She grabs Jared and starts to pull him towards the other side of the room, letting him know she knows who he and Cirie are. She promises that he's good, he's got nothing to worry about, she's there for both of them. The next scene we see is Cirie in the storage room and Izzy is in there as well. They're just kind of chatting. Jared walks in and says, "Ma," and she immediately is like, what is he doing? Then Jared informs her that Izzy knows who they are and the 3 of them are going to roll till the wheels come off. Izzy does make a comment in her diary room that she has something over the 2 of them now, which I do not like, and I knew she was going to do that. As the house guests gather in the living room to do introductions, we hear an ominous sound and Scary starts flashing, and here walks in Corey. He has a transmission from Scaryverse and he reads it to the group, stating basically that he was gone for a little while and he's back, but somebody else won't be as lucky next week. Another transmission comes in, this time from Humillaverse. Kirsten reads the note that came down the tube, and it basically says that 4 people need to volunteer to be have-nots. Corey, Hisam, Jared, and Luke all volunteer to be have-nots for the week. Next, we see Kirsten in a room with 4 other people, and she decides, let's make this a group. Let's make this an alliance. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not making an alliance the first night with 4 other strangers that I don't even know if I trust yet. But they're in a room together. They feel forced. They don't want to say no. So they're like, yeah. So Jared was in the room. Also Matt, Riley, and Luke. And Luke decides to name the alliance. So it's solidified. But is it though? Like Jared said in the diary room, I don't want to be part of this, but I'm not going to say no. We then see Jared talking to his mom and letting him know that Kirsten basically made this alliance, like forced it upon them all. At this point, they decide they don't trust Kirsten. She's going around making all alliances with all different groups. There's no trust to be had. Cirie then goes and tells her other ally, Felicia, we can't trust this girl. She's made an alliance that doesn't include us. There's no trust to be had. And then Felicia says, this might be a problem. Now we roll into the HOH competition. We're in the comic verse, and the house guests have to cross balance beams. Fastest time wins. We saw some falls, some bumps, some knockouts. It was kind of funny. We end up with our winner, Riley. She did the balance beams in 16.3 seconds. I'll be honest, most of the house guests did not want to win, so they were literally going slow and pretending to get bumped just to not be included in winning this HOH. Felicia finds Riley in the scary room and she tells her that she wants to talk. She informs her that Kirsten is trouble and making a bunch of little alliances. Riley then has a conversation with Cirie, who basically says, yep, I'm sorry to tell you, this is what's happening. I don't think we can trust her. Riley mentions Jared and wanted to take him off the block, saying that she thinks he's a good and honest person. Of course, Cirie is jumping all over this, stating like, yeah, I feel this very good energy from him, such a good vibe. I think so too. Cirie working her magic to get her son taken off the block. We then see Corey be able to give his pitch to Riley as well. This is his thing. This is what he's good at. We saw that in the first episode. This debate stuff like this and convincing people is something he enjoys doing. In his pitch, he tells Riley that he will never, ever, ever put her on the block if he is an HOH. It doesn't matter what week it's in. If he's HOH, she ain't going up. Our next scene is at the nomination ceremony. Riley comes down with a box with 2 keys in it. The keys that are in there are the people she's removing from the block. The first face we see is Jared. And her second save goes to Corey. Leaving Felicia, the plan is Kirsten's gonna go and Felicia's gonna stay. But you know what they say about pawns. That's your recap for episode 2. Wednesday, we will see episode 3. In that episode, we will see the people who are picked to play veto, the veto competition, and the veto ceremony. Who are you rooting for? Leave me a comment.